to have the number of drive-by shootings, people getting shot. Washington's a small community. We're better than this.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 7, a local community comes together to fight gang-related crime.
Lots of sunshine today, but a few showers return tomorrow and maybe some storms by the weekend. Forecast coming up next.
Also tonight, with cell phones banned, Augusta National is offering patrons a different way to stay in touch with loved ones. Your News at 7 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 7.
Good evening, everyone. You're watching News Channel 6 at 7. I'm Dee Griffin. Thanks so much for joining us. It's day 4 of Masters Week, and the big tournament is finally underway. Now, here are the current leaders after the first day of play. Brooks Koepka currently leads at 65 under par, and we have Bryson DeChambeau at 5 under par through 17. Ian Poulter and Dustin Johnson are 4 under through 17. 6 golfers are tied at 3 under. Coverage you can count on continues with our Brad Means out at Augusta National with your Masters headlines. Hey, Brad.
Good evening, Dee, and good evening, everybody. You know, if you wanted to share the results of that lovely leaderboard with your family or friends while you're out at Augusta National, it will be tough to do so because you can't have a cell phone out here, right? But you can have access to a phone. Why would you want to, though? Well, News Channel 6's Ashley Osborne has more.
Sorry? Did you say 9:30?
Hey, you don't see these phones anymore. It's gone are the phone booths.
I'm going to interrupt you.
Sure.
What was so important that you had to call on this landline phone?
I was talking to my wife, let her know everything's got in. She was worried I was going to get arrested. Just kidding.
Everything's good.
I forgot to text my wife that we got here. So I wanted to call and just say, hey, we're here.
I had to call and make sure all of their friends were on the way here.
Oh, I had to get presents for my son, and he had a list of things. So I'm making sure I got all the sizes right.
I had to call someone and see if they would come get my purchases.
You got to keep the company running.
My mom, I had to call and tell my mom I'm at the Masters.
Which made me think, since I haven't had my cell, I haven't called my mom all week.
She never answers, so let's see if she actually does. Hey, Mom. I'm calling you from the Masters. I'll call you back later. We got to go get to work. When's the last time you used a phone like that? Like a landline phone?
I'm old.
Well, last year here.
Probably back in high school, I guess, which I don't want to date myself.
Have you ever used a phone that looks like this?
No. 11-year-old Jamison Coroner was so surprised to see all of these phones with cords and to learn he'd be on TV.
Wait, am I actually being interviewed?
You know who your dad's calling?
It's the only number I've memorized. Hey, Mom, how you doing? Just calling you from the Masters. Want to say good morning. I'll talk to you later. Love you, bye.
Some don't want to be ratted out at work by a caller ID that reads Augusta.
Yeah, I hope this is not on TV or anything.
Others had a list of people they just had to call.
Oh, well, I had to call my friend Betsy because she didn't get in.
Did you have their numbers memorized or did you have to write them down?
I had to write them down.
Memorized.
Had to do that on the way here.
Have a little sheet all typed up.
Oh my goodness, it's laminated and everything.
I don't know anybody's phone number anymore. They're all in my cell phone.
Do you even have any numbers memorized? Like if you wanted to use this, could you?
No. I'll be screwed.
Reporting from Augusta National Golf Club, I'm Ashley Osborne, WJBF News Channel 6.
Oh man, love the landline. It brings back a lot of memories, doesn't it? Well, what about the defending champion of the Masters being referred to as polarizing? Not something you typically hear around here, but you are this year because that's the moniker that came with Patrick Reed this Masters. And he teed it up today, hoping to take home a win, trying to get rid of some of the controversy surrounding him, whether it's because he's taunted fans or because he didn't get along with his teammates at the University of Georgia or criticized his Ryder Cup captain. Patrick Reed was asked if he cares whether people like him. He said he thinks they just care about somebody who knows how to play.
A lot of the fans, they respect great golf and they want to see great golf. And you know, it all depends on how you handle yourself. And the more interactive you are with the fans, the more they're going to respect you.
Yeah, Patrick Reed teeing it up this week, going for back-to-back Masters victories. Folks, if he is able to pull that off, he'd be the first to do so in 17 years. Be sure to keep it here for more Masters coverage as the evening rolls on. Masters Report comes your way a little bit later. For now, let's check out more headlines on this Thursday evening at Television Park with Dee.
All right, Brad, thanks a lot. Masters Week brings people from around the world to the Garden City. Businesses look forward to extra profits from the golf patrons. News Channel 6's Devin Johnson spent time in the All-America City to see how Aiken is benefiting from this year's Masters.
The alley usually is pretty packed, but I think Masters kind of doubles that. So Aiken is pretty small, but there's still tons of people. So I think Masters just doubles the amount that we have.
Businesses, including Cindy's Sweet Shop, are seeing an increase in foot traffic this week as golf patrons in Augusta make their way to Aiken. Stephanie Morales says the goal is to welcome visitors not just to the store, but to the town.
There's a lot of people, so we're trying to prepare, and we already have the mindset that we need to be quick and helpful and just be all around, looking around and everything.
One couple tells me Aiken is the best kept secret during Masters Week.
We stayed in Augusta the first couple years, but we discovered Aiken and we love Aiken, so we've been staying in Aiken for the past 10.
The Chicago couple has been coming to the Masters for 17 years. They says it's tradition for them to shop downtown when they break away from the tournament.
We always come here, we always do the shops. So we always fly in an extra day where we don't go into the tournament, and we always come downtown Aiken.
Just like the treats they serve.
Alrighty, thank you.
Morales says it's sweet to have new guests visit the area.
You see people coming down. Downtown really grabs their attention, and they walk in the alley and everything. So in a way, it still does benefit us. We see a lot of people coming down regardless.
In downtown Aiken, Devin Johnson, WJBF, News Channel 6.
And the play at Augusta National isn't the only attraction this week. A crowd has been gathering to watch planes fly in and out of Daniel Field. The runway greets airplanes and people nonstop this week. Airport workers say it's a show as pilots circle around in preparation for landing. Marketing Director Becky Sheely says being family friendly is one of the airport's missions.
We truly do consider this Augusta's air show because they do get to see the planes take off and land, and and we're also hoping that them bringing their kids out is actually going to encourage their kids to maybe want to pursue a career in aviation.
Things can get pretty hectic this week, but Sheely says all the airport workers know how to handle it. There are currently 71 planes on the runway, and they expect that number to increase this week. While you may have seen an increase in traffic due to Masters Week, and most people are looking for quicker options to get to the Augusta National, the Chatty Wagon is providing much needed help. The ride service is based out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. The co-owners brought the Chatty Wagon to Augusta for Masters Week to make it easier for patrons who may not want to Uber or Lyft.
Really moving around the city it's quick. It's a last mile, so the average ride is 1 to 3 miles. And so you can get quickly from your car to a restaurant or from the restaurant to an entertainment venue.
For free rides, you can download the app on your phone. The Chatty Wagon is still all electric and seats up to 5 people. Well, people are leaving the golf course and heading down to Evans Town Center for one special headlining artist. That's where we find News Channel 6's Jenna Kelly. And Jenna, it seems to be a pretty full house out there.
That's right, Dee, and people are still piling in. They don't have a worry in the world, these fans. Some of them have a cold beer in their hand, and life is good today because Georgia's homegrown Zac Brown Band is here, making Loving Augusta easy. People have been piling in since 4:30 when the gates opened, and some fans told me that they have been here since 2 in the afternoon. People are here from all over the country, and News Channel 6 got an exclusive interview with Jimmy DeMartini. He's one of the band members of Zac Brown Band, and he let us know that they will be playing some new songs from their new album. He also said that during Masters Week they normally do private concerts, but the fans are excited to see them public here at Evans Town Center. Midland and Moon Taxi will also be rocking out tonight. It's one concert you don't want to miss. Everyone's excited to see it. We will hear more and the full story at 11 from one superfan tonight, so stay with us. In Evans, Jenna Kelly, WJBF News Channel 6.
Right, Jenna, can't wait to see that tonight at 11. Stay tuned to WJBF tonight and all this week for our 2019 Masters Report beginning at 11 o'clock tonight. Brendan Robertson and Colin Cody will bring you all the excitement from the 83rd Masters and a recap of the day's highlights from the course. Again, that's tonight beginning at 11.
Turned out to be a great day. Check out our Jiffy Lube Skyview network overlooking I-20 in Columbia County, partly cloudy, mostly clear skies. Another warm day too, with temperatures pushing well into the 80s. They're still holding there. Thompson right now at 80. Evans, Grovetown, Fort Gordon, Hepzibah, Blythe, Rennes, all low 80s. 82 in Augusta, 77 currently in Aiken. And as far as rainfall, there's a couple sprinkles, not even that. One lone sprinkle in Greenwood County, just over the McCormick County line. Otherwise, that's it across the region. So forecast coming up for this evening. Look forward to partly cloudy skies. Temps in the 70s through 10. More coming up later.
All right, we will see you then. Well, concern and calls for change in Wilkes County after recent shootings. News Channel 6's Renetta Dubose talked to residents and community leaders about crime and ideas to fix it.
And then I had this little girl with me, so I had to lock the door so she wouldn't go outside just in case it was nearby.
Taisha Dye heard the shots ring out in her Washington Heights apartments community Monday and remained inside to stay safe.
I kind of was scared at first, but then I said, well, it might be okay.
That shooting Monday on Meredith Circle was one of 4 incidents that have taken place in Washington since April 4th. An investigator with the sheriff's office tells us a fight that day outside 2 businesses on Baltimore Road led to a man pulling out a weapon. It discharged and he shot himself. 2 early morning shootings on April 7th were targeted though. One on 2nd Street and another on Peachtree Street, where a man was shot while lying asleep in bed.
I'm pretty sure it might happen again.
Why?
Because it's just too much going on, and you know how beefing go.
The investigator on the case says he believes the shootings are gang-related. All of the incidents fall in Councilman Maceo Mahoney's district, District 1. He too says the shootings are part of an ongoing beef between 2 gangs.
I think that us as leaders need to sit these young men down and have a conversation with them and get them to put the guns down.
Councilman Mahoney says he has spoken with both groups and at least one wants to sit down and talk about the disagreement. But Councilman Nathaniel Cullors has a different plan.
The plan we're trying to put it back is to get our police departments back so we can have enough force to patrol the city like it should be.
In Washington, Renetta Dubose, WJBF News Channel 6.
The Wilkes County Sheriff's Office is still investigating those shootings. Well, discussions over medical marijuana got pretty heated in Columbia today. A bill known as the Compassionate Care Act legalizes medical marijuana for patients meeting certain criteria. Well, this morning, more than 36 people signed up to speak to lawmakers either in favor of it or opposed to the bill. Public speakers included current patients, veterans, law enforcement, even doctors.
And until this medicine is proven effective, we cannot endorse its use.
Now my face and head are full of wires. I have a transmitter to try to override the pain from the trigeminal neuralgia. When the pain wins, you land on the floor and scream out like an animal.
If the bill passes the full medical committee, it will head to the Senate floor, but it's unclear if it will pass.
Robocalls. We all get them and we hate them. Now lawmakers are working on legislation to make it stop. I'm Alexandra Limon in Washington, and I'll have the 411 coming up.
Hello, Georgia. I'm John Crow with your Cash 3, Cash 4, and Georgia 5 evening drawings. First, it's time for 5-card cash, where you can win up to $150,000. King of Diamonds, 8 of Hearts, 5 of Hearts, 6 of Hearts, and Jack of Clubs. Now, let's play Cash 3. Your first winning number is 5. That's followed by 7, and your final winning number is 9. Again, if you have the numbers 5, 7, and 9, way to go. Now let's play Cash 4 and win you some money. Here we go. Your first winning number is 2. That's followed by 7. Up next, we have 9, and your final winning number is 4. Again, if you have the numbers 2, 7, 9, and 4 in any winning combination, congratulations. On to Georgia 5. Here we go. Your first number is 9. That's followed by 5. Up next, we have 4. Your next number is 3, and your final Georgia 5 number is 0. Again, those numbers are 9, 5, 4, 3, and 0. Good luck and play on, Georgia.